Alright, so this is my computer. It's yeah, cool cyberpower computer. Nice i7, all, you know, i7, quad-core, hyper-threaded computer. 1.1 kilowatt power supply. No, my memory is actually not OCZ, it's Super Talent, the cheap shit, as you can see. If you can see over there, the chips don't even have heat sinks on them, they're just chips. But I do have this cool little fan, which when it turns on, it is blue. And all this other stuff lights up blue too. Anyway, so my problem today is that I have two GTX 285s, each with 2 gigs of memory in them. Let me move this stuff around. And I'm trying to get them SLI, which I have not actually seen them in SLI mode, but I put them both on the computer and did start up the computer. It worked after about 4 restarts, which is kind of gay, but eventually it got working. And I have the NVIDIA software apparently does access both video cards, in spite of the fact that this is actually the new one that I have is a palette video card, which at first it wasn't accessing at all, but it now has access to both video cards. So I can see the GPU temperature and also the PCB temperature, along with actually linking both GPU clocks. However, I have not tried the SLI mode yet. Right now I'm trying to reassemble the palette. So here's the palette, GeForce 285 GTX card. It's the palette secondary manufacturing card. The other one's NVIDIA. Let me see. I can probably take it out real quick, show you. Here's the NVIDIA. Yeah, it's a lot cooler looking card, as you can see. GTX 285. And actually, it's more expensive, and honestly, I think it's the better card. I mean, I like the software a lot better personally, because and it's like, unfortunately, I can't take apart the fan part, which I wish I could, because that would probably help my situation a lot worse. A lot better, but whatever. Anyway, I got the NVIDIA 285, and I have a palette 285, which is the cheap version, but I do like the little copper heat pipes that come out of it, which got pretty hot. And here's the problem. So, I have 2 video cards, and in this MSI X58 Pro E motherboard, I have to stack them in these 2 ports to get them to work. 1 and 2 has to be filled. I want to do 1 and 3 because I would give more space. Fortunately, 1, there's not enough room. 2, these cables right here, the power cables, wouldn't reach. 3, this is an X8 slot where these 2 are X16, as I recall, so this wouldn't even go as much power. And number 4, I wanted to get them SLI, and this cable does not actually reach right here. This cable does not reach. Yeah. So far what I've figured out is that I must put this one at the second slot, and this is because, let's see, this is because this video card has a little metal thing in the back, which makes it, I don't know, let's see, you can see it, makes it just like a millimeter thicker at the back. But that millimeter is just thick enough so that you can't stack the 2. So I have to put the NVIDIA GTX in the second slot. Let's see, can you see it? Yeah. Excuse me for being boring, but try it. Do do a quick oh crap. Yeah, this setup is pretty damn squished. Oh shit. Okay. Hope they didn't crack the motherboard. I'll find out when I power it up. Okay. So that one has to go in the second slot because if you look here, the back is flat, which is nice. The back on this one, unfortunately, the pallet is not flat. So I have to put in the first switch. So, the first slot. So, when I put it in the first slot, which I will not perform right now because I couldn't connect the plastic thing back yet. And I really don't want to, honestly. So I'll explain later. I put those two stacked. I put these two stacked on top of each other, and yeah, this one doesn't cool because they're right next to each other. They're only like half a millimeter apart, and so being that they're right next to each other, this one gets hot because its fans are blocked, which in shooting off hot air, it overheats this one, which in turn overheats this one, and overheats and yeah, they go up to 90 degrees Celsius and start frying. Fortunately, I turned off the computer before such things happen. I actually don't know what the overheating temperature of these video cards are. All I know is that this one never went above 70 when I had it by itself, and I like did some crazy overclocking shit with it. Anyway, so what I figured out is with this EVGA, I really don't see how to take this thing off. It's probably not that hard. I just don't want like the GPU to drop when I take out one of these screws that all look similar. The pallet one, on the other hand, there's just some basic screws, like the two right here, basic screw holes right here, and then there are, oops, excuse me, there's that screw hole and that screw hole. Both of those, just take out all four of those and you can take off the faceplate. Just, unfortunately, they're, you know, pallet trying to be efficient only gives you like so much wire. So what I'm thinking about doing is placing the pallet inside over there in the computer, and having this out on top of both video cards. That is going to be extremely awkward because I got to get the power wires and the SLI wire past this thing, and then there's no direct cooling because the fan's going to be away from the heat sink right down there. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to see how that works. Yeah, but anyway, I'll show you in the very next video, really short video, how that looks when I get to it. So yeah, alright, peace out.